control freak director swore this scene was cut, but we found it. What does it reveal about the ending? You won't believe your eyes. The film opens with Valerie, a world-renowned motivational speaker whose words inspire hope in countless people. Yet behind her confident public image lies a private struggle. Night after night, she is haunted by terrifying dreams in which something drags her into the water. She has never understood the cause of these nightmares. We learn that her mother died years ago, her father is absent, and her loving husband, Ruby, stands by her side. One day, Valerie receives a letter from her village, which dampens her mood. Hoping to feel better, she visits a friend, but the heaviness remains. Recently, she has noticed strange changes in herself, including an intense itch on her scalp. She takes medication for it along with birth control pills, but the itch persists. Searching online for answers only terrifies her further. Adding to the mystery, she notices swarms of ants in her home, leading her to an entire ant nest hidden inside her walls. When Valerie prepares for an upcoming international tour, she realizes she needs her birth certificate, but cannot find it. Believing her mother may have kept it, she visits her aunt, who tells her about a box her mother left behind. However, when they go to retrieve it from a dam storage location, the box is missing. Her aunt suspects Valerie's father may have taken it. Back home, Valerie's scalp itching worsens to the point of alarming Ruby. Doctors can't diagnose her condition, so she begins to think it's genetic, as her mother may have had the same issue. Determined to carry on with her work, Valerie travels to meet her father, now a monk and formerly a soldier. She asks him about the box, but he denies knowing anything. Valerie also notices a strange painting in his room, and her father tells her about Sanji, a parasite entity that feeds on human spiritual energy and stays with its host until it completely consumes them. Though she didn't come for ghost stories, Valerie steals her father's keys and opens his locker, finding her birth certificate, but not the box. She then hears a child crying near the dam and, while investigating, experiences terrifying hallucinations of being surrounded by evil spirits. Back home, she examines old family photos and notices her mother had the same rash she saw during her online research, confirming the illness is linked to her mother. Her frustration begins affecting her marriage, and after an argument with Ruby over finding her birth control pills, tension grows between them. Valerie tries restraining her hands at night to stop scratching, but wakes to find her hands free and her scalp bleeding. Realizing something is undoing her restraints. One day, her father visits unexpectedly, concerned for her well-being. He confesses a dark truth. Years ago, as a soldier, he killed an enemy female soldier whose spirit, the Sanji, entered him and then attached itself to Valerie's mother. He tried to free her, but failed. When Valerie was born, Sanji transferred to her. Knowing she wouldn't take it well, he drugged her tea, but upon waking, she discovered newspaper clippings implying her father had murdered her mother. A flashback reveals the truth. Her mother drowned, seemingly at her father's hands. Valerie confronts him, and he insists that her mother sacrificed herself to kill Sanji, but failed. The next day, during her most important seminar, Valerie tries to hide her itching under a cap. Mid-speech, she sees an extra shadow in a mirror, Sanji's. Terrified, she collapses and flees the stage. At home, she scratches her scalp so violently that she punctures it, touching her brain and collapsing. Ruby rushes her to the hospital, saving her life, but Sanji's presence remains. In the dark hospital room, Sanji appears clearly for the first time, scratching at her scalp, but Valerie refuses to react, weakening her control. With Ruby's support, she slowly improves, though she still suffers from paralysis in her legs. One morning, Ruby finds her hands free again, a razor nearby, and believes she's self-harming. Angry, he leaves. Alone, Valerie watches her motivational videos and decides to fight back. That night, she lures Sanji into a room full of mirrors. The entity appears, threatening to never let her go. Valerie attempts to cut off her hands to stop herself from scratching, managing to sever one, then attacks Sanji with the cutting machine, but the parasite regenerates. Realizing water is its weakness, Valerie drags herself to a nearby body of water and jumps in. Sanji follows, thrashing in pain, and she finally understands her mother's sacrifice. Ruby arrives just in time to save her from drowning, pulling her out along with a small, weakened version of Sanji, which dissolves in the water. Post-credit scene. Valerie is shown happy, her hand reattached, caring for a baby. But as she feeds him, a tiny black mark appears on his face, leaving us questioning whether Sanji is truly gone. Deleted scene. We finally see the truth the original cut kept hidden. The main character wasn't a victim of the chaos, but the mastermind behind it all. Every twist, betrayal, and sudden turn of events was part of a calculated plan they had been orchestrating from the very beginning. This revelation completely changes how we view the ending. What once seemed like a hard-fought victory or a tragic loss is now exposed as a meticulously crafted outcome designed to serve their secret agenda. By showing subtle hints, a smirk at just the right moment, a cryptic line of dialogue that now carries a sinister meaning, the scene reframes the entire story, making the ending not just surprising but unsettling. It's the kind of reveal that makes you want to rewatch the whole film just to catch all the clues you missed. Still confused about the ending? Don't worry, even the actors were. Let's argue about it below, and hit subscribe for more chaos. Our next movie recap is a total disaster.